Well, guys, we're back to the bullpen, and I've got Mike here with me, and we are going to talk about this game. The Yankees survive, they come back, and fans try to disrupt the process. Let's go.
I'm looking to the bullpen to bring my lefty in. Keep the lead and make your team look pedestrian. It's in your wheelhouse, we'll swing for the fence. You know it's money around here, man, I ain't talking expense. Strike one, heat a low in the way you can't hit it. You know you want to start a rally, but you better forget it. Strike two, off speed, same spot, your car looking. Get ready at the plate, this time you're not cooking. Strike three, swinging out of the zone. You ain't even touch it first. Tell me how they gonna drive you home. Walking back, looking like we ain't cool then. The game's over, might as well put them back to the bullpen, oh yeah.
That's right, and we took it back to the bullpen. Actually, the Yankees took it to the Dodgers bullpen tonight. I'm H-Town Wellhouse. You know where to find me. This is Back to the Bullpen. Find us on Instagram, on YouTube. Subscribe to us. Hey, we are almost at 800 subscribers, a far cry from 200 and very close to 1,000. Mike, tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
All right, there's only one place, and that's going to be on X, formerly known as Twitter, and it's at Mike Stanton 29.
That's right. And this Mike Stanton that we're talking to here is not Giancarlo Stanton, but it is Mike Stanton, who actually has a wealth of knowledge on baseball and some of the best experience out there. I mean, you know, I'm not even going to compare my accolades and awards to yours when it comes to sport, but I appreciate you every time we join together, because I love your insight, and I can't wait to get your insight on this, and let's just jump into it, because I'll be honest, Mike, I thought the Dodgers had this. I thought this was done. All they had to do was seal the deal, go home. It's a clean sweep. Yankees, New York's disappointed. But, man, the Yankees had another, they went to a whole nother level tonight. What did you see tonight that we haven't seen in the World Series so far?
Well, the Yankees are a far cry from actually winning anything at all. I mean, just the fact that they were able to push it to a game 5 is kind of a big deal, because this is the 25th time that a team has gone up 3-0 in the World Series, and it's only gone to a game 5. Well, this will be the 4th time.
Wow.
So 21 times it was actually a sweep of 4 straight. And the way this game started, you thought that it very well may end up that way, with Freddie Freeman hitting another freaking home run. Oh, my gosh. Now, the first 3 he hit were all on fastballs in. And this was not, though. This was a breaking ball, kind of a backdoor breaking ball, came back onto the plate a little bit, but it was well out over the plate. And Freddie Freeman just put a really nice swing and drove the ball out of the ballpark. I mean, that's 4 home runs in 4 World Series games, and 6 straight if you go back to the 21 World Series when he was playing with the Atlanta Braves. Absolutely incredible. And after the first inning, you're like, all right, now, well, it looks like the Dodgers are here to stay. They're going to be the World Series champions. But this is why you play the game, because the Yankees were able to chip away. They scored 1 run. Then they were able to take the lead. Volpe with a big grand slam to give them the lead. But, hey, the Dodgers never say die. They come back. It was 5-4 at one point. You had everybody in the stands, everybody in Yankee Stadium biting their fingernails, trying to will this team to a 5th game. One of the things that I thought, Brett, I thought that one of the things I always keep an eye on is I keep an eye on how teams react to long layoffs. And I thought the Dodgers reacted. Now, if you remember, we go all the way back to the World Series preview show. I said that I thought that the Dodgers, the break was going to help them way more. Well, it did. I mean, Freddie Freeman's hit 4 home runs. That's the biggest thing you can look at, is that he was able to get healthy with that ankle. Then you turn around and you look at how the Yankees reacted to the break. And I didn't think they reacted very well at all. The offense just was not the same. You did not see the quality of at bat. You saw a lot more swing and miss. Today was different. Today, 6 walks, from the for the offense from the Yankees. You saw that just a much quieter approach at the plate, and then late in the game, the power showed up, or later in the game, the power showed up with Volpe hitting the home run. Austin Wells, who hasn't done anything at all this postseason, he had a big game, hit the ball really hard twice. And then Gleyber Torres there in the ninth inning to put the game out of reach. So, the star of the game was Volpe, not just because of the grand slam. He actually got another hit. He turned a single into a double, stole third, and then beat the throw home from Lux on the play there in the ninth inning. That was the first run before the Gleyber home run. But the Yankees looked like the team that had kind of rolled through the postseason up until the World Series. And you just didn't know if they were going to have enough time to kind of right the ship. And, they're still in the series. Are they in a great spot? Of course not. The Dodgers are still in the driver's seat. The Dodgers are still the ones that they're going to win the World Series. I mean, the likelihood for the Yankees to win it is slim to none. But they're still playing, so they still got a chance.
Yeah, I mean, until that final out is caught, it doesn't matter who's led up to this point. It's what are you doing now? The next pitch is the most important kind of thing. And early on, my first thought when Freddie Freeman hit the home run was, and I think sometimes the TV hears my thoughts, because right after I think something, John Smoltz comments on it, and I'm like, why don't you walk him or pitch around?
Well, it's just great minds, right? Just great minds.
Right, just great minds. Well, Smoltz said he was like, yes, I understand that, but it's this early in the game.
Yeah, you can't do
it. You don't pitch around that early. If you pitch around that early, it basically says you're kind of running scared. You got to challenge your guy. You put your guy in the game, and he's been very good. Gil has been a very good rookie, and so that's what you have to do. And you were a pitcher. There are times when you challenge hitters, and there is risk in challenging hitters. Why? Because they're major league players. And like you said, if you make a mistake, they will exploit it.
Yeah.
And luckily for the Yankees, there wasn't much else going on for the Dodgers. I mean, they did come back, score a couple runs, made it a little close until like the water broke, and the dam broke and the water, they just flooded runs,
Right.
But what is the Dodgers' biggest concern, Mike, going into Game 5, and if they can win Game 5 into Game 6?
Well, the thing that they have going for them was Dave Roberts was able to stay away from 4 or 5 of their leverage relievers. And he really wanted to do that today. Being up 3-0, you have to really be strategic in what you're doing. And what would have been worst case scenario for the Dodgers was that this was a tight ball game, or even if they were winning and he had to use those relievers and then you still lost. So with the way the Yankees swung the bat and had the lead for a good portion of this game, he never really had to go to his leverage reliever. So he has those guys tomorrow. But to me, I think the biggest concern is probably Jack Flaherty. Jack Flaherty, if you look at recent history, if you look what he did in the NLCS against the Mets, he pitched really well in his first start. In the second start, the Mets beat him up pretty good. And I have a feeling with the momentum that the Yankees brought here in this game, they built here in this game. And then the way they were swinging the bat and the quality of that bat, and seeing him again for the second time just in a few days, I like the idea that the Yankees are probably going to score some runs. Now, Flaherty was very good in Game 1. I don't want to take that away from him, but you're not talking about a guy that's got plus stuff. His average, his fastball is average, big league average at best. He's got a pretty good little slider and breaking ball, but I just don't think he's got anything that really scares the Yankees, especially the second time around. Where Garrett Cole, he threw the ball well in the first game also. But you're talking about a big-time power pitcher. You're talking about the reigning American League Cy Young Award winner in 23. Didn't have a great season, but this dude's a big-game pitcher. We've seen it over the years, whether it's been in the pinstripe or it's been in the Houston Astros. we've seen him do this how many times over the years, just go out and shove when you need him to. So you have to say, pitching wise, the Yankees have to have the advantage going into game 2.
Wow.
Now, again, to go back to what we started off with, okay, there has never been when a team goes up 3-0 in World Series history, there's never been a team that has forced a game 6. So, there's historic things are happening. Freddie Freeman, what he's done, you never really thought that anybody was going to go up 3-0 in this series. But, the Yankees, they've got a heartbeat here. It may be faint because you still got a lot of work to do. But, I said going into this, I thought the Yankees had the advantage in the starting pitching. And that has been, well, we'll just say it, completely wrong.
Yeah.
Through the first 3 games of this series, the Dodgers have actually outplayed the Yankees in every aspect up until game 4. And, with them winning tonight, like I said, they still got a chance here. It's an outside chance, probably not going to happen. But, hey, crazier things have been we've seen crazier things.
Yeah, that's why I put did the Yankees find a crack in the ship? And really, all they can do is literally take it 1 inning at a time. They can't think of the Yankees.
No.
Literally cannot think we're down 3-1. They need to just one at bat at a time, 1 inning at a time.
Yeah, you think of tomorrow's game. I mean, when you think if you look at the whole picture, if you take a step back, the mountain is too big. You got Mount Everest sitting in front of you. Now, they started trekking. Maybe they got to the first camp or second camp going up Everest with the win today. But, you still can't look at that. What they have to do is they have to just play tomorrow's baseball game. And that's, to tell you the truth, for Aaron Boone, it's a little easier for him to manage a game like this, just like it was tonight. Because, listen, he brought Luke Weaver in to save the game in the 7th inning. I mean, you're talking old school Goose Gossage type save. Luckily for the Yankees, they were able to score some runs and not have to pitch him in there in the 9th inning. Only threw 21 pitches.
Yeah.
So he's fine. Actually, you go through the list of all the pitchers that the Yankees pitched today. Nobody threw a whole bunch of pitches.
No.
So I think they're all going to be eligible, especially if there is a game 6 and it goes back to LA. You got an off day in between. So, listen, were there times in playoff series that I shouldn't have been pitching? Of course there was.
Yeah.
But it's the end of the season. I mean, what are you going to do? Oh, I'm a little sore today. I'll pitch tomorrow. There is no tomorrow for the Yankees.
There is no tomorrow. This is the season. Yeah.
So Aaron Boone has to manage with just that dire thought in his mind. So it's a little easier to manage when there is no tomorrow.
Right. No, it is. It is because, because it's kind of like, and look, and I think it's a little kind of a sample of this, but it's like timeouts in sports. It's like, if you got them, use them, right? Like, why are you going to leave the half with 3 timeouts? Why are you going to leave the game with 3 extra timeouts?
Yeah.
You use your challenge and it got overturned. You retain your challenge. Heck, you might as well use it on the next close play. If there's a close play late in the game, use your resources. But yeah, you're right. Two-thirds of an inning for Hill, 1 1/3 for Holmes, 0.2 for Leiter, 1.1 Weaver, and Mazo 1.0. And
yeah.
You had talked about Weaver. I mean, Weaver was absolutely. I mean,
he was filthy tonight.
He looked
really was. But more importantly than the innings, Hill 5 pitches, Clay Holmes 13 pitches, Leiter 18 pitches, Weaver 21 pitches. Even Mazo at the end, he only threw 15 pitches to get through the 9th inning. So you're not talking about big pitch counts. So that's a big plus. So, the Yankees are in pretty good shape as far as tomorrow's game. Now, are they still in good shape in the series? Of course not. I mean, you're down 3-1. The likelihood of this happening is next to nothing. But so you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying
what about that 1 in a million stuff?
Oh, exactly. That's what you saying there's a chance. So I want
You
to.
know it's a good podcast when we're quoting Dumb and Dumber.
That's right. It is 100% hands down one of the best out there, if not the best. Right. Tonight,
I
something.
don't know. I'm kind of got to go with Step Brothers.
There you go.
As far as stupid comedies go, yeah, Step Brothers is right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. You know what? You know what we should do? We should assign each other like a movie and have to use at least 2
Quote it.
lines from that movie. Quote the movie during the show. I need to challenge ourselves. That would be fun. But when I'm sitting here talking about when I'm looking at the Yankees, when I'm looking at the Dodgers, all their players are stellar. Their fans are, they are rabid. The Yankee fans are just, they're in the moment. They're so pumped to be there, but sometimes fans get a little too excited. Sometimes fans take things a little too far. And tonight, what I saw happen, and I didn't realize what happened until the replay, and I actually posted it on X. I was like, this bum needs to be thrown out. Like, this guy literally, and if y'all didn't watch the World Series, I know some Houston fans that say we refuse to watch the World Series. Mookie Betts literally reaches into the stands, catches the ball. The ball's secured in the palm of his hand, not in the webbing, in the palm. And the fan literally uses everything he has to, like he's trying to open a clam. Rips that glove open and he takes that ball out. And Mookie was like, he was pissed off about that.
Yeah.
That is like, and then I guess not too long after that, they were both escorted out. And there was a guy a couple seasons ago that jumped out on the field and wanted to give Jose Altuve a hug and take a picture with him. I think he got banned for life. Sure. if these dudes don't get banned for life, look, I understand.
Not Yankee Stadium.
But
it wasn't like he went on the field. Now, listen, I'm not going to condone his actions. I'm not going to say, hey, when a player reaches into the stands, it's fair game. No, that's wrong. But, you're talking about Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
You're talking about New York. And Mookie's glove was in the stands.
Yeah.
So, the no-no is going on the field, is reaching over the wall.
Right.
We saw that in LA in the double.
Right.
Which they called it a home run originally because the ball did go into the stands, but the fan clearly, reached over the wall. That was a quick one.
Right.
So that really wasn't that, and it had no bearing on the game anyways. But I don't think that dude got kicked out because they showed him just a couple seconds later, and he was corralling his son, and they were bailing. He was out. He had the ball. I'm leaving. Yeah. I don't know if they even had time for security to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
He knew what was coming. So he said, you know what? Yeah, we're checking out right now.
But yeah, that was just a bad move. But everyone's like, man, he almost looks like I just couldn't believe with like the sheer strength he was using. Mookie Betts must have some strong hands because that dude was not opening that glove.
Yeah.
And so you just it
was also an easy call. That's fan interference. He made the catch. He made the catch.
Yeah, he made the catch. But we talk about the Yankees righting the ship, and there's been a lot of talk about Aaron Judge's lack of production. Tonight, he got a little bit more production.
He was absolutely better.
He got on base. But when you look at what happened,
did he get a base hit in the ninth?
I believe he was. Yes,
he did get a base hit.
Yeah. He finally got a hit.
I walked out of the room for a second. I saw he was on second. So
yeah, it was insane. But the bottom part of that order,
that's who did all the heavy lifting today.
Yeah,
and this is what makes this lineup so difficult, so tough, is because when they're seeing the ball the way they're supposed to. You're just not going to – Volpe goes 2 for 3, 4 RBIs, and scored 3 runs. Wells, 2 for 3, who hasn't done anything. Even, he had the home run.
Right.
And then in Verdugo – well, Verdugo's actually swung the bat okay, but, he went 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And really, it was just Gleyber Torres who was in the leadoff spot today, which he's usually at the bottom of the lineup. So, you want to go where he usually is. He had the home run, 3 RBIs, 1 for 5. The guys in the middle, they didn't do much. But you know what? That's why you have 9 guys in the lineup. It's just, you have to bear down on everybody, especially when you have the power that the Yankees lineup does.
What is that like? It's like, you're a pitcher. You've been grinding. You've been one of the relief pitchers. You've seen this Dodgers team just get one over you over and over and over again. And then you got someone like Volpe get up and hit a grand slam. I mean, what does that do to the guys in the bullpen? Does that be like, all right?
Oh, it's everyone. Everybody can just take a collective deep breath and actually let it go and not hold it. You actually can feel yourself relax a little bit because now you have a lead. They hadn't led but 2 innings in the first 3 games. They've been outplayed in every aspect of the game in the first 3 innings or the first 3 games. So, and what it did more than anything else. And I thought the Dodgers did a perfect job, and it's all Freddie Freeman.
Right.
When he hits the home run last night, that's exactly what the Dodgers needed to do, was take the lead early and take all the wind out of Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
And the fans kept trying to get into it, but, there was just no offense to be had until the 9th inning last night. Tonight, the grand slam – they were pretty boisterous when they scored. It was 2-1, and they're trying to get involved. They're trying to get into it. Yankees had, 4 left on in the first 2 innings, and there's a very high clinch factor in that situation. But then Volpe with the big swing, the grand slam, and then the place just goes nuts. And now it's a very hostile environment because now the Yankees have the lead. And you can feel the momentum shift.
Well, and they actually showed to be a threat in those innings. There was some concern. The pitchers, the guys that did pitch in those innings, get in those situations. Yeah. Those are high stress innings. Those are outs that you're getting that affect you the next day or the day after that. And so you don't have your guys going in there cruising. And the Dodgers, obviously didn't cruise today, but tomorrow, to kind of wrap everything up, tomorrow we talked about Jack Flaherty, Garrett Cole going.
Yeah.
Garrett Cole was pulled early in game 1 to the chagrin of pretty much the baseball.
Actually, they both were. Neither one of them threw a whole lot of pitches.
That's true.
And the Yankees, what they need to do is, get Freddie Freeman out in the first freaking inning. That's what they need to do. They need to put up a 0 and get a lead, because if they can do that, now it's a completely different ball game. And the one thing that Dave Roberts has going for him is that he's got arrested. At least his leverage relievers are rested. And he's still up 3-1. There's still the likelihood of the Yankees winning this is still an extreme long shot. But there was a superstar other than Freddie Freeman for the Dodgers, and it was Landon Knack. Landon Knack is the one that, in a situation like this, if I was one of those leverage relievers for the Dodgers, I'm going and I'm patting this guy on the back. He pitched very well. He gave up 1 run, but he threw 4 innings. Okay. Wow, and in a bullpen day that we knew this was going to be, and the way it went, Hudson giving up the 4 spot, that was the grand slam. It was to have a guy go out there and get 12 outs for you in a 27 out game. Is huge, because those are outs that have to be covered. They have to be pitched. And for him, and, Knack, held him right there except for the 1 run. So he was really the unsung hero for the Dodgers bullpen, just simply because you didn't have to run anybody else out there. And you kind of almost felt bad for Honeywell, just simply because he wasn't coming out of that game.
No.
He gave up 5 runs in the 9th inning.
I was like,
it's sorry, bro, you're just going to have to wear it.
Yeah, your ERA is going through the roof right now.
That's right.
Series, but so So right now, the ball's still in the Dodgers' court, but the Yankees can continue to crack away. And you know what? If you're in New York and you're a Yankees fan, you want another game. You want them to force it back to LA. And even if they force it back to LA, I mean,
it's a long shot. If Yankees can win Game 5 and you get back to LA, yes, the Dodgers are still in the driver's seat. But you got a chance, and you never know. So, this is what Yankee fans are saying is, you know what? There's still a pulse. It might be light, but there's still a pulse, and you've got your dude on the mound. The offense finally showed up, scored some runs. Judge finally got a base hit. So maybe that's some confidence that they can build on. We've seen crazy things, and I don't want to say there's anything that would be crazier than this, but we've seen some pretty crazy things, and hopefully this turns into a good series again. Yeah,
exactly. We know what the front offices of Major League Baseball want. We know what the Yankees fans
want. I want.
Oh, what Mike wants.
I want 7 games. That's who wins it? Whatever. But I just want 7 games.
Right. I hear you. Because the more they play, the more baseball we get to watch.
That's right.
So, and
once it's over, see you in the spring.
Once it's over, we're gonna be talking about
pitchers and catchers. Pitchers and catchers.
Or the Astros signing Yusei Kikuchi and bringing Sasaka over, I think is his name. What
about that dude that's played third base?
Oh, Alex Bregman's coming back. I believe it. I believe it in my soul. I feel it in my soul, Mike.
Not even gonna entertain the idea that he's going anywhere else.
That's right. Why not? I mean, why would I? I mean, he's Alex Bregman.
Just make yourself lose sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Alejandro Bregman in English means Houston Astros. So.
He's a school teacher, so it's got to be true.
I mean, it's right. Everything I say is 100%.
It's factual. It's all factual.
100% factual. But hey, Mike, it's been a good show. Thank you for your expert analysis. Now, you will be doing Postgame on.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's something that I've done for years and years on MLB Network Radio on Sirius XM. I haven't done all that many shows this year because they got rid of the show that I did. They contracted it. They just got rid of the show, which is Postgame Analysis. So, and that's during the regular season, but they brought it back for the postseason. And so, yeah, tomorrow night I will be doing Round Trip. That's the name of the show on MLB Network Radio on Sirius XM channel 89. And yeah, so that's what I'll be doing. So we won't be able to do a podcast tomorrow after the game because I'll be doing something else.
No, yeah, definitely. Make sure if y'all have Sirius XM and you're up watching the game, go listen to Mike.
Sure.
It's great. It's great analysis, like always. But man, thanks for hanging out. Make sure you go to Ram Shirts, grab this QR code. And if you don't like either team, just grab a shirt that says, I hope both teams lose. Look, Mark, I was just looking. He's doing a giveaway tomorrow. So go check out his Instagram at Ram Shirts. He's got all kinds of cool stuff, back to the bullpen shirt like Mike's wearing, and so many more things, promotion for your business. And also our guy Ever Cruz at 1616 South Friendswood Drive, state-of-the-art barbershop. Make sure you tell him that Back to the Bullpen sent you, get 10% off your next haircut. So thank y'all for tuning in. And hey, we'll be back soon. We will have some things to talk about here in a few days. We'll make sure we keep you guys looped in as we stay locked in, and who knows what's going to happen. Will Ohtani be a World Series champion, or will Aaron Judge continue to help ride this wave in New York to send it back to LA? For myself and everybody in the Ramshire Studios, y'all have a good one.
Everybody have a happy Halloween and safe Halloween, and adios.
I'm looking to the bullpen to bring my lefty in. Keep the lead and make your team look pedestrian. It's in your wheelhouse, we'll swing for the fence. You know it's money around here, and I ain't talking expense. Strike one, heat a low in the way, you can't hit it. Know you wanna start a rally, but you better forget it. Strike two, off speed, same spot, your car looking. Get ready at the plate, this time you're not cooking. Strike three, swinging out of the zone. You ain't even touch it first. Tell me how they gonna drive you home. Walk it back, looking like we ain't cool then. The game's over, might as well put